Welcome to Ping Pong Dreams, where every stroke tells a story and every athlete becomes a symbol of something greater than the game. Have you ever wondered, in the midst of a triumphant team, who keeps the whole machine from falling apart? While the spotlight shines on the ones scoring the final points, who is quietly holding the spirit together, supporting teammates without a name on the headlines? In the world of table tennis, where attention is often drawn to thunderous forehands and dramatic comebacks, there is a woman who never sought fame, never raised her voice, but carried the Japanese national team on her shoulders for more than a decade. Kasumi Ishikawa, not the world's number one, not a media darling, but to those who truly know and love Japanese table tennis, she is the quiet heartbeat, the invisible thread that connected a golden generation. Today's episode is not about a glorious champion standing alone under the spotlight. It's about the silent, unwavering journey of someone who chose to be the flower behind the light, someone who gave so much just so the team could stand on the podium. Join us as we walk through her journey, a path not loud, but so deeply human that it lingers long after the applause fades. Born on February 23, 1993, in Yamaguchi, Japan, Kasumi Ishikawa grew up in a family where table tennis ran through the veins. Both of her parents were players, and from a very young age, she was raised to the rhythm of bouncing balls and the echo of paddles in local halls. Unlike prodigies like Ai Fukuhara, her close friend and rival, who appeared on national TV as a 3-year-old wonder girl, Kasumi rose in quietude. She wasn't the center of media attention, nor was she aggressively promoted, but each of her steps was steady, grounded, and gradually stronger. She joined the national team early, alongside Fukuhara and later Mima Ito. While not explosive in speed or flamboyant in technique, Ishikawa possessed something rare: consistency, resilience, and a steel will beneath a gentle demeanor. At the London 2012 Olympics, she helped lead the women's team to a historic silver medal, Japan's first ever in women's table tennis. Then came Rio 2016 and Tokyo 2020, and through it all, Kasumi was always the quiet pillar, never afraid to step back so others could shine. At every major tournament, she was often overshadowed. Mima Ito was more explosive, Fukuhara more magnetic, but coaches, teammates, and loyal fans knew Ishikawa was the anchor in the storm. She could play singles, doubles, mixed. Wherever the team needed her, she would go. Calm and composed, yet burning with inner fire. Few remember that at Rio 2016, it was Ishikawa who secured the decisive victory that clinched Japan's bronze medal in one of the tensest matches of the entire tournament. She lost many personal battles, yet never complained. She never screamed when scoring, never smashed her racket in frustration. She bowed, wiped her sweat, and kept playing, a samurai spirit in modern form. At the Asian Games or the World Cup, she came heartbreakingly close to victory, only to be edged out by legendary Chinese opponents. There were tears behind the curtain, but never on the court. When she was eliminated early in singles at Tokyo 2020 on home soil before Japanese fans, she simply smiled and congratulated her opponent. Later in the interview, she said, "I couldn't win, but I'm proud I gave it my all. I want to be a companion, not a hero." Kasumi was the bridge between the Fukuhara generation, the ones who rebuilt Japanese women's table tennis, and the Mima Ito generation, the ones chasing the dream of surpassing China. She was the big sister, the emotional anchor, the silent guide. If Fukuhara was the nation's childhood idol and Ito the fierce rebel, then Ishikawa was the symbol of calm strength and unwavering dedication. She never needed the spotlight. She burned quietly, like a flame that warmed the entire team. In May 2023, Kasumi Ishikawa announced her retirement at the age of 30. No grand farewell, no national celebration, just a handwritten letter to fans and a heartfelt thank you. People felt sadness, but also understanding, because people like Ishikawa always arrive quietly and leave the same way, yet leave deep marks on every heart they touched. And when the stage lights faded, that's when people began telling stories about her. A young teammate once said, "Kasumi never scolded us, but one look from her after a loss was enough to make us reflect." That look, it wasn't disappointment. It was pain, love, and belief in the team. A head coach remarked after Rio, "Without Kasumi, we wouldn't have won a medal. She brought balance to the entire team." In a squad where Ito erupted with energy and Fukuhara overflowed with emotion, Ishikawa was the gentle fabric holding everything together. Often, when teammates won big matches, Kasumi was in the background. No TV interviews, no press conferences. But in the locker room, she was the first to hug them, the one to whisper comfort, to nod silently, and offer strength. A role no one asked her to play, but one she chose. At the World Team Championships, when a young player broke down after making a costly mistake, it was Kasumi who sat next to her, handed her a water bottle, and said, "We don't get to break down after a loss. If you give up, who will pull the team back up?" No pressure in her tone, but the entire team fell silent. That young player played like fire the next day. In 2020, when the pandemic halted tournaments and players sank into uncertainty, it was Ishikawa who called every teammate, organized online sessions, and lifted morale quietly. She wasn't officially recognized, but those who were there knew. She held the team together when no one else could. She never called herself a leader, but everyone knew she was the soul of the team. No slogans, no noise, just a glance, a reassuring presence, a silent strength. And in the end, perhaps what people remember most about Kasumi Ishikawa is not her medals, though she has many. It's the way she lifted others without asking for anything in return. She is the living proof of the saying, "Not everyone who wears the crown is king. Sometimes the one kneeling to lift it for others is the noblest of all." Today, when we speak of Kasumi Ishikawa, we remember not just a consistent, elegant, and poised player. We remember a quiet flame, a gentle guide, and a sister to an entire generation of athletes. In a time where success is measured by likes, fame, and podium finishes, her story is a quiet yet powerful reminder. True value lies not in how many people know your name, but in how many lives you've touched without them realizing it. Thank you for listening to Ping Pong Dreams, where stories aren't just about inspiration, but about stillness, reflection, and the people who choose to walk a quiet path with honor. If you've ever been a Kasumi Ishikawa, someone who holds a team together without fanfare, someone who doesn't speak loudly but is always there when needed, then please know this: the world needs you more than you think.